Hello guys, it's me, Sakari here. I was thinking of trying cooking something new that I came up with last Friday. Yeah, it's pretty simple, like what I call like trip pasta. We'll see how it's gonna work. It's like a pretty simple thing. I've never done this before, so this is like a experiment. The whole idea with this food is like you can cook it in like one pot, and you can only use easily carryable items like dried pasta, onion, tuna, some fucking tomatoes, and some oil. Of course, I'll add some spices, but you know, like whatever. So how you start this is like when I heat up the pan. Well, actually, I'm making this kind of up while I'm doing. Like I kind of have a rough idea how I want to do this. So have some fucking oil there, and you know, maybe in the spirit of the idea of what this food is about, you know, it's more like cooking while you're on like a trip. So you don't have like the proper cooking thingies with you, so you need to like dice the onion and all the stuff in your hand. I mean, I suppose you could have like a what do you call it, the thingy cutting board with you, but I don't know, like if you can't dice like an onion in your hand, I would say it's like, you know, that's like a skill issue. Well, we don't need like a small dices, so yeah, this big dices there. So yeah, maybe I'll like cut them in half. You know, like big rustic slices. They're like just in the oil, fry them a bit. Yeah, that's what you do. And I suppose you could like already add like some like salt at this point. And you know, a little bit of salt is no good. You need to add like a good amount of salt. And I might as well add some like black pepper at this point. Oh, why not? You know, like with this food, I think I'm gonna like keep the spices simple, because the idea is gonna be like something easily carryable. But of course, you can like make like a pre-made mix for your spices, and then it would be easy to carry. But I don't know, like maybe just adding like salt and pepper would be almost good enough. But perhaps oregano would be okay. Well, basil. So yeah, we'll add some basil at least. I think like those 3 spices, this should be like good enough, hopefully. I don't know if I'm gonna record this, but like frying this thing is gonna take a while, or maybe I'm just gonna cut this later. You know, it takes a while for these onions to cook. So yeah, this is what it is. But yeah, you don't need a lot of things for cooking this. Like what do, like knife, pot, and like a spoon. That's probably it. I mean, maybe I'll like realize that I'll need something at some point. while I'm doing this, but I don't know. I don't know. I mean, like a little bit of garlic or something would be nice, maybe to add there. And of course, like some chili flakes, butter, and I just try keeping it simple. The whole idea is, keep it simple. But usually with like tomato sauce, you want to add like butter. That's important. That's like really important for a good tomato sauce to have butter. But it's not like it's supposed to be like a good tomato sauce. It's gonna be like a okay-ish tomato sauce that can be made on a trip. That's like the idea. I got this idea because like last summer I was camping in Germany, and we were carrying like a lot of stuff for cooking, but we didn't even. It turns out we didn't really even use much of it, and it was kind of like clumsy, and we still didn't end up cooking like too many different things there, and I mean, yeah, it was good, but it made me realize that cooking while camping is really like a different skill from regular cooking, and this is sort of what I'm going with this food. That's just one pot, and yeah, actually we had like a pot with us. We never even used that pot for anything. Like we had water bottles, a ton of water bottles for fresh water. We didn't need to boil water or anything, and we like grilled all of our food. So no need for the pot. But with this you just need that one pot, and it's not like that much to carry. Like at some point, like I was carrying like so much water that I had like I think 9 liters at most at one point. Maybe that was not water. It was water and some other drinks. But yeah, it was definitely a lot. I remember having like just the drinks being like 9 liters at some point. It's pretty intense. So just having like one pot, not too bad. With this food, I'm kind of like not sure how this is gonna turn out, because like usually you boil the pasta in water for like a good reason, and make the sauce separately. But in here, like I'm just trying to like, okay, maybe we'll like combine them. It's like a one fucking thing, and hope for the best. I don't know really what else to say other than just hope for the best. Okay, this don't need that much more cooking. Almost ready for the tomatoes. Actually, good thing about like these canned tomatoes for this is like these are very very wet. There's a lot of like liquid in here, some sort of tomato juice. So I'll just pour in all of that so we can try boiling the pasta in that juice. So it's gonna turn out to be like pretty like wet and juicy tomato sauce. This is done. Make it a sip of Monster. Yeah, I got the political one here. Oh, that Monster. Well, that's a bit sad. Actually, it's getting kinda late. so maybe not. We go to work tomorrow. It's getting too hot. You're not supposed to like burn these at all. Like it's not gonna be like a wrong type of taste. Kind of feel like we should add like more oil. You know, I'm not measuring anything like this time. Like, I just want to see, like, if this whole concept even works at all. And, you know, having things being not exact doesn't really matter. Like, I gotta measure anything while cooking anyway, so it's like, it doesn't matter. You know, having the oil in the pan, it makes things cook a bit more evenly. Which is pretty nice. It also conducts the heat from the pan, well, on the pot or the pan or like whatever you use. I mean, we're kind of using the pot as like a frying pan here. Epic life hacks. Yeah, this looks good. Well, I hope my friends aren't having some sort of important conversation there. Just ignore them for a bit. Actually, I don't know how much should I put. Let's just put everything. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I should have used my hands to crush the tomatoes. Oh. Yeah, this is one of those parts where I kind of realized that, okay, I didn't think about this part. You know, crushing these tomatoes by hand is a pretty good technique, but like, let's assume you're like camping. Like, your hands are gonna be like super fucking dirty. So, I mean, yeah, you can always wash them, and of course it's gonna boil and it's gonna boil and kill off all the bacteria, but what to do? Maybe we'll add this fork with our things, because like we're gonna probably have a fork anyway for eating. So I could try crushing these tomatoes with like a fork. Like, they're pretty soft, so just gonna go there with a spoon and fork. Crush everything. But I'm kind of like ripping them apart. Well, except like this being soft, there's like one different bit, like this this part where the tomatoes attached to the stem is a bit hard and might require a bit more effort to break apart. But I mean, it doesn't seem to be any kind of problem. But yeah, usually if I make tomato sauce, I crush these with my hands. Wait, actually no. I usually just crush them with this silly cooking implement. But this one, I'm not going to use it right now, but usually when I make tomato sauce, I crush them with these. I don't know why I was thinking that I crush them with hands. Um, Actually, you know, when I make like a pizza sauce, well, actually when I used to make pizza sauce from tomatoes, I used to crush them with with my hands. But I don't make pizza sauce from canned tomatoes anymore, or like full tomatoes. I just use like pre-crushed tomatoes for pizza sauce. It works perfectly well for it, so no need for extra crushing for your part. Okay, this is a bit hard part. It looks kind of brown, I guess, so let's just throw this part away. I mean, it's probably just eatable, but I don't know, this looks a bit nasty, so yeah, now this is a good consistency. Good consistency. And you know what I'm gonna do? Actually, I'm gonna add some oil at the end, because you know, if I add it at the end, it's gonna have like that fresh olive. It's gonna add that fresh olive taste into it. Because if I add it now, it's gonna get too cooked and it's gonna lose that fresh taste. Some more salt. Like when you're cooking, like don't be afraid to use like shitloads of salt and butter. Well, normally, like I would be adding like shitloads of butter here, but you know, we're not using butter. And here's the basil. Fresh basil would be super nice, but a bit more. Fresh basil would be super nice, but this is good enough. Oh, this smells very good. I suppose we'll let the tomatoes cook a bit. It's for a little bit, and then I will add not the tuna, but the oh, I forgot the pasta is under the camera. The pasta. You know, this is like, I kind of like this pasta. And recently when I was like stocking up on pasta, I bought like a huge pile of these. Because like, you know, like this is not gonna go bad anytime soon, so might as well have like shitloads of it. Like, it's a pretty smart thing to do, if you ask me. And that's why I do it. That's why I did it. Did I already drink my monster? Oh, I did. Gonna get some sparkly water and put it in the monster can. No, because why not? You know, these are this like rainbow or something? I don't know. They have the S logo here, but like these sparkly waters are pretty good. You can get them from cheap. They're not as good as the, what is it called? The Spelectro something. I usually drink those. Those are like really good. Although it's pretty hilariously expensive water. It's like €3 for a small bottle. But I don't fucking care. It tastes so fucking good. Yeah, these ones. Of course I had like an empty bottle lying around. Oh shit, you know what, let's add the pasta. I don't know how much should we add? You know, there's quite a bit of sauce, so maybe like this much? And we're gonna have to do this sort of hack to get everything working, get everything cooked. And maybe like if this is too little, we'll add a bit more, but I don't know, it feels about right to me. Feels about right to me. And some pasta fragments, just throw them in there. Right, just gonna watch the pasta cook. Oh, some good sparkly water. But I think like this raspberry flavored or something. Oh, these red ones. No, it's not raspberry. It's carpalo. I don't know what the fuck is carpalo in English. Oh well. But I think like even the better one is this citrus flavored thing. This is pretty good. It's even better. But you know, you need some change. You can't always drink the same stuff. You know, sometimes you drink like this, and sometimes you don't. Oh, yeah, it's getting a bit softer. Almost press them in. You know, after I have pressed all of these things, these things in there, I'm gonna try tasting this and seeing if I should add a bit more salt, a bit more black peppers, a bit more basil. Almost in. I remember like some time ago I watched like this cooking video. What, the camera's doing something weird. Okay, just, you know, stop this. Stop flashing. Maybe it's the trying to focus on like the steam or something. But yeah, so some time ago I watched this cooking video. It's still kind of hard. Yeah, one thing about this pasta is that it's not too good compared to other brands. It takes quite a while for these to like cook. They're slow to cook, but they have pretty good texture. So I like them. Not like, to be honest, I don't think there's that much of a difference between different types of pasta, so it's like whatever. It's kind of like all the same shit. Well, not really, but pretty close. But you know what isn't the same shit? About like, you know, the fucking tomatoes we put there. Like, when you buy canned tomatoes, you need to be careful what you buy, because like many of those brands are kind of fucking garbage, and some of those are actually really good, like the ones that I had here. Temutti San Martino tomatoes, these ones. These are fucking good. Actually, anything generally like canned tomatoes with this like goofy ass mark are like good in my experience. So yeah, it's just don't buy like some random like canned tomatoes or do something stupid like make tomato sauce out of crushed tomato, like tomato paste or something stupid. You know, just be like a bit careful. Be careful what you do. Do anything like that stupid. Okay, yeah, I think these are finally soft enough and pressed in there. But we might have to add like a bit of water. They are sucking a lot of water. But on the other hand, that's a pretty good thing, because if they end up sucking out most of the water from this, you know, it's gonna get like actually a decent consistency tomato sauce, and that's pretty good. But you know, let's do the taste test thingy. Yeah. Yeah. Not too impressed. We need more of everything. No good. More salt. More black pepper. Much more basil. I'm just gonna even add more oil at this point, because we need to have some oil to conduct the taste. Oil is not just like a conductor of heat in a way, it's also a conductor of taste in the mouth. So you need to have like enough oil in your sauces and stuff. I mean, of course, it depends on your sauce and everything, but in general, this just didn't have enough. Oh yeah, actually we might end up over salting this, because the tuna is probably gonna be quite salty. Let's wait a second and second for everything to mix and try again. You know, it's funny that this thing looks blue in the camera, this light under here, because of my eyes it looks red, so it's pretty interesting. Okay, let's taste this. Yeah, much better. I mean, it's definitely not good, but tastes like tomato sauce now. But yeah, there's definitely a risk of over salting this right now, because right now it has a good amount of salt. And when we add the tuna, it might get too salty. Oh well. You know, shit happens. But I think like just having these spices is not good. Like I'm restricting myself too much. I need to add something else. This is just missing something. Just too badly. So I think what I'll decide, like, well, okay, let's add like a bit of oregano. Because like, you know, I think I can practice, you know, carrying out these spices. Just making like a pre-made mix is gonna be easy enough. So it's not gonna be a problem. And like a bit of garlic powder. But yeah, it's definitely missing the butter, but butter is gonna be too impractical for like a trip. It's like a trip ingredient for like a trip pasta recipe. Yeah,
it's getting too dry. This is actually really good. A really good sign. Because this will not end up being like some wet like slurry at the end. And we can always add like a little bit of water because like you're gonna be carrying some water for drinking anyway, so it's good. So basically now, like when the pasta is done, this shit is done, and yeah, just gonna eat it, and I'm just gonna add the tuna at the end, so like it doesn't really need to mix there too much, like, and when I add it at the end, it's not gonna like break into super tiny parts when I'm mixing this right now, so yeah. But yeah, originally I was thinking like using just fewer spices, just salt, black pepper, and basil. But yeah, it's just too shit. Like leaving out the butter from a tomato sauce is already such a massive compromise that it's like can't really afford to leave out like all of the spices. Too many of them. Give it a taste. Yeah, now it tastes like a proper tomato sauce. I mean, it's not a good one still, but yeah, it's getting too dry. I need to add a bit of butter. Otherwise it's gonna burn from the bottom. Like just a tiny bit. But in practice, like you see how little butter we added, it might turn out that like if you make it yourself, you don't need to add any water. Maybe you don't need to add anything. I mean water liquids, because like in the can there's like a lot of juice, as you saw. And the pasta is finally getting soft, at least softer, so I don't know how long this is gonna take. So let me see the package. What does it say about the cooking time? Okay, so didn't have a cooking time for these. Cottura 10 minuti. Is that like some weird language for cook for 10 minutes? And I think we've been cooking it for like 10 minutes or something. You know what, I'm gonna go and maybe I should go and check Google Translate. Like, what does that mean? No, I don't know. I don't need that info anyway. I mean, I can tell when it's done. Like, I don't need like the package telling me anything. Like, I can't do that myself. So let's take a small piece out of this and taste it. No, still way too hard. so we'll just have to keep cooking. I don't know, maybe I should go check Google Translate, what does it mean? Strottelols. Or I could take some more sparkling water. Yeah, this time I'm gonna take the citrus one. There's so many things that I could have added this to make it like actually good, but no, feels silly cooking it this way, cooking it like this. Yeah, I actually added like a bit too much pasta. Not sure, or maybe just the right amount. Yeah, actually maybe it's a bit too much. But you know, I think that was pretty good eyeballing, if I say that myself. I don't think I'll need this one for anything anymore. No, I don't think this knife can like cut open the tuna can or anything, so yeah. And so to eat with these and to get like the proper camping experience, maybe I'll eat straight out of this pot. Yeah, actually I got this idea to eat straight from the pot from my friend. He made some like he cooked some like instant ramen or like instant noodles or whatever in the pot and just ate from there. So he told me about that and I was like, you know, it's a pretty cool idea. You make less dishes. You know, originally when I came up with this idea, I was thinking of like leaving out the onion, but to be honest, I think that's like just way too depressing. Like, no. Like, I'm not gonna do that. Like, yeah, there's some like logistical like reasons why you might wanna do it, because like all the other ingredients like last forever and they're like all in some sort of like containers, like cans or bottles like this, so they can last through like basically any kind of weather and stuff. But you know, fresh onions, like they do last for a while, so it's not like a problem. But like if somebody wants to make even more extreme version of this food, they could like leave out the onion, but I don't know. It's too depressing. And even like when I was camping last summer, like we always had like some vegetables with us, like paprika, onion, what else? I don't remember. It's starting to get a bit too dry again, but not yet. Okay, let's try. Is this done yet? Almost. Almost. It's still like a bit hard in the middle, but starting to taste pretty good. I think that they might like cook a bit slower than normal while they're in this like sauce, because there's like other stuff than just water. Just quite a bit of like tomato bits there. Yeah, it's starting to get too dry, but maybe it will like cook to the end. Just with this water. We'll see. Well, one thing about like just doing this while like camping or something is that's not too optimal is like the time it takes to cook this. We've been going over like half an hour already, and you know, doing cooking or whatever while camping is harder than normal. But like, yeah, I guess you can have like a fire going on for like an hour easily. So I don't think it's a problem in practice. It's just a slight inconvenience. But if you wanted like the most easiest food while camping, like this is not the way to do it. This is more like something bit of more like a proper cooking, like some real cooking, some real food. Yeah, yeah. The texture is soft enough. I can see that it's basically done now. I'm gonna take a final taste test, and I can just get it. Yeah, it's good. The consistency is perfect. It's not too wet. Gonna add my tuna. Now this is like dry tuna, so it's pretty good. Like there's barely any water or anything there. Just goes there. Well, doesn't seem to be any to go that easily. Okay, we'll turn off the heat. Add some oil for the taste. Actually, let's add more oil for the taste. Yeah. Oh yeah. That looks good. Surprisingly good. And I think like the tuna brings some more nice flavor to this, so it makes it less bland and less boring, even without the butter. But yeah, I guess like this is, what should I even call these cooking videos? Like Oulu cooking experiments? Question mark? I don't know. Well, there's my food. Yeah, the camera is not capturing too well. Yeah. Now it's... Yeah. Maybe I should like put this on the plate just to, you know, to properly show it for the camera. Or maybe you can just try a different angle. It looks like a bit too glossy on the camera, but yeah. There it is. My trip pasta. Actually, I need to, before I end this video, I need to try tasting it, of course. Alright. So, let's take some. But I hope I can like taste the fresh olive taste from the oil. Yeah, this is actually good. Well, it's kind of like exactly what I was expecting. So it's like not great, but it's like better than okay. So it's like pretty good. But you know, if you're eating this while like hungry and on like a trip, it's gonna taste fucking great because you're hungry. And you know, if you're like on a long trip, like having some sort of change than just like, okay, maybe like eating sausages or something every day, like if you have something like this on like one day, it's gonna be a really nice like change. So yeah, I think this was a success. So that's my cooking. It's Sakari strip pasta. It's pretty good. Thanks for watching. Hope you learned something. Bye.